Hello and welcome to the iMindmap review, the official mind map software endorsed by Tony Buzan. I've been waiting for this version of mindmap to come out for absolutely ages, having acquired an earlier version of the software last year. Now it had a few small problems with it and was not as feature rich as some of its competitors, but I'm delighted to say all this has changed in the new version 3.0.2. The latest version has a plethora of features available and compares very favorably with market-leading competitors. There are free versions available for sale, each with different levels of functionality and set at different price points. The entry-level Elements at $99, Professional at $199, and lastly the Ultimate version, which is the version I have, at $299. Tutorials. There's a nice simple tutorial covering the main features very quickly. Narration is a bit slow for my taste, but maybe I just had too much coffee today. There are a number of other tutorial videos on the site to get you up and running quickly as well. And the good news is the software is intuitive and quick to get to grips with. So with the addition of the tutorial videos, you'll be mind mapping before you know it. There's a sample mind map you can have a look at on the blog itself. Nothing fancy, and I constructed it in just a few minutes. iMindmap's competitors. Number 1, Mind Manager. Now I played with this a couple of years back, and although it is fully featured and highly recommended, I found the user interface somewhat clinical and austere. Mind maps are supposed to be more individual, personal, colourful and fun, if you will, so you can assimilate the information contained within for easier learning. This was the main reason which put me off. The other was price. It was more expensive than competitors, and it's still more expensive today. Number 2, FreeMind. The great thing about this tool is the price. It's free. Now I've nothing against this tool whatsoever, and if you are on a budget it's a great place to start, but for me though, like Mind Manager, I found this tool a little clinical when I played around with it. Number 3, Concept Draw. Like with the previous two, it's been a couple of years since I played with this. I loved it to begin with. Very colourful and vibrant user interface, outperformed iMindmap as well. Easy to use and a lot of features to boot. Price was also an issue, but the other thing was I had created a humongous mind map and was saving along as I went. Best practice. However, I was on a weekly backup schedule, and I think you know where I'm going with this one. The program crashed and the file was corrupted with no chance of retrieval just before my weekly backup came around. I'm sure the software has come on leaps and bounds since then. From my background in software engineering, I know there is no such thing as a 100% bug-free program. So don't let this deter you if you are thinking about Concept Draw. Every tool has issues and limitations, iMindmap being no exception. Interoperability. You have the ability to import Mind Manager and free mind maps, so if you've already created your mind maps using these tools, it should be easy enough to import. Having said that, I have not tested this capability. Given the history of import/export operations in other tools, this may not be 100% picture perfect, as vendors often protect themselves by keeping their output files difficult to re-engineer by using proprietary and private formats. If you have a need to import, you will need to inquire with iMindmap directly. There is, however, a 7-day free trial you should use to explore this feature thoroughly to avoid any unwanted surprises. Platform independence. iMindmap supports the 3 main computing operating systems, Windows, Linux and the Mac, so good news there. A sketch capability. You can create your own drawings, if you can draw that is, and it's on my to-do list. This will be a great addition for anyone who wants to truly personalize their mind maps, creating an electronic hybrid. Hyperlinking. We take hyperlinking for granted, but this is a huge benefit. You can hyperlink to pretty much anything you want to, including other iMindmap files. This will enable you to create standalone mind maps, which can be integrated with other mind maps in a mind map network, or nexus if you will. Exporting. You can also export and share your mind maps in many different formats, PDFs, images, for all 3 versions, but only the Ultimate version allows you to create interactive web exports. This is very useful for sharing clickable mind maps on the net, for example, using scalable vector graphics. Problems and drawbacks. Branch dragging/reforming didn't work as I expected. This was when I chose the speed mapping mode, and this was down to the auto layout function always on when in speed mapping mode. It's not a problem, as you can switch modes but it took a couple of minutes to figure out. Copyright. There is a mention of copyright for some of the icons. Now I have inquired with iMindmap and they say to not use any such icons in publicly distributed work. Which icons are copyrighted are not known though. So, best practice if you intend to distribute mind maps publicly, make sure you use icons and graphics you know are royalty free or you own the copyright too. I'm sure I'll hit some other issues, but it's early days and as I said, no software in the world is perfect. Affiliate program. There is an affiliate program in place too which offers 40% commissions via PayPal. The extra benefit, however, is this is a two-tier program offering an extra 10% per sale on any sales made by affiliates you refer as well. Official endorsement. Tony Buzan is the man behind the invention of mind maps, and iMindmap has his official seal of approval. It doesn't get much better than that in my opinion. Grab a Coffee's recommendation. If you have zero cash, Free Mind is the way to go. But if you have some cash, iMindmap comes in at different price points, all very competitive, better in fact than the main competitors. If you're an entrepreneur, you will want to share interactive mind maps on the web, so you will have to get the ultimate version. The Grab a Coffee rating is 5-star cups of coffee, a must-have. Visit imindmap.com/grab a coffee.